substance, no substance, no substance, no substance, no substance, no substance, no substance.
Deep breath.
Let's get it.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Just John.
Kwamé Fun.
Where you could be so right you're wrong, or you could be so wrong you're right.
Or you could believe in everything and believe in nothing, or believe in nothing and believe in everything.
Welcome to No Substance. You feel me? We did that one take,
We
baby.
did that one take. We
here, baby. We made it. How you feeling?
We made it. I feel good, dog. Today was a interesting morning. It was a slow start for me. Charging the cameras, getting ready for this, but more so just closing a chapter of a lot of projects I'm doing right now. Feels good. What's up with you? How's life?
Shit, man. I feel you on the sentiment of starting slow today. I woke up. I went to bed at 7 a.m. Just to give you backstory,
7 a.m.
DDG and Deshae Frost gifted me $100 last night.
For real?
It's a gamble, yeah, and I lost it all. I lost it all. Shout out to the Triumph app. I tried it for the first time, and it was just credits. Like, I couldn't mess around with the, Anyway, long story short, I blew the whole 100.
Okay.
But it was cool, though. I woke
What
up at
games
11.
you was playing?
Chaos, something. It was like Chicken Run.
You on stream with it?
Nah, I was
just
trying to come up. You feel me? Nah, but it was cool though. I appreciated that, man. It was dope. But yeah, that's what I've been on. Slow morning. I love the sun coming out. You feel me? I feel like it was rainy a little bit, but
yeah, it's beautiful right now.
It's peak beauty right now. You feel me? It's like love is in the air or something.
So by the time this episode dropped, Valentine's Day would have already passed. What did you do for Valentine's Day?
So first off, I hope that my future self sees this video and actually had some sort of beautiful moment in Valentine's Day, like whether it's with a woman or family or whatever, because I feel like the whole concept of Valentine's Day has been tainted a little bit. It's becoming more like monetary and materialistic and, all about, gifts and whatever. But I feel like we should come back to the root of learning that, love is a choice, and love is making a decision to do something good for somebody. Like whether that's, hanging out, spending time, man, quality time. I don't know. I think my love languages, if you will, is like really showing now, and it's not gift giving, that's for sure. Like I'm not a gift giver.
But a gift doesn't have to be a financial gift, though.
And I think that's where I'm getting at. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's a great point. What about you? Like, how you feel?
Well, I don't have anything going for. If Valentine's Day would have passed, and I'm talking to people, I could confidently say I did nothing. I was chilling.
Is there a Brolentines? You know how there's like Galentines?
Brolentines, yeah. You want to be my Brolentine? You brought you. I
was meeting like an event, like everybody. Yeah, for sure. Like all the homies could be like, you feel me? We link up and we like work out, and then we like grill or some shit.
We give each other like, what's a man to man flower? What's a man like? What can I give you that's equal to like giving a girl flowers?
Candy.
I
don't know. Like.
Oh, like a favorite snack.
Yeah, like a.
Yeah, with something like
beef jerky or something. You know what I mean? Like, we're men.
Yeah. Or I could give you some flowers and just call it a day.
You know what's funny about that? I was thinking about that the other day. I've actually never received flowers, ever. Like I think I got flowers one time, and it was after a show. And I remember, I ain't gonna say the person who did it, but I really appreciated that. And I say never because it's like a scarcity thing, but somebody has done it before, so let me acknowledge that. But man, I feel like that's such a beautiful thing as a man to receive flowers. Not saying that now Valentine's Day turns into men getting flowers, and I don't want people to misconstrue that. But I do think that I need to learn how to receive gifts. And I think that's why I'm a bad gift giver, because I've never learned how to receive gifts, because I've probably never been given stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? My birthday's on Christmas. When I get gifts, everybody gets gifts. I'm not a good gift giver, like by nature, you know what I'm saying? So I think that what you said is true. Like, it doesn't have to be like a monetary or an item to show that you love somebody. So I fuck with that. So we giving the bros flowers?
Why not, bro? We might as well.
Okay.
Let's show because what happens is, fuck it, let's get into it. What happens is like, I feel like women are so judgmental off of how men show our love. So even for us to kind of clarify how we view love, maybe we do need to love our bros on some no homo Paul shit, on some like, you know, just caring for each other, because we do that naturally. Like, think about how our conversations has developed over the years, just realizing that women aren't listening to us no more. Like, we've become better listeners because we play in a feminine role we know we lack in each other's lives. Maybe we could just open that up. Men should probably open that up more, and you know, all the things women complain about our love and our romance and stuff, like, why not practice with our homies? Like, hey family, I got you a book and a card, bro. Like, I was thinking about you, like, and it's like, nigga, you know I don't like this, that, and the third. Now when a girl do it, you know how to respond because you just had experience with your homeboy. I might be tripping, but you get what it's some light to what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
I see it. And I think, especially in the state of the world that we're in, I think it's important for, like, you know, I don't want to overtly use like the masculine feminine thing, but I think me as a dude, I will rule myself as a very masculine dude. Like, I feel like women see me in the aura energy, like they know, like, that's a man, you know what I'm saying? But I do think that there are ways in which, like, if we show example that we could be balanced as the masculine man, then I think that the stigma of like, oh, men are soft or weak or sassy or feminine or whatever will start to deteriorate, because they'll realize that it is important to have a balance. You know, not saying that we gotta be like feminine out here. I don't really agree with that, but I do think that, yeah, there needs to be some sort of like softness to a strong man. And like, maybe it doesn't always have to correlate with now going to your dogs. Maybe it is also the women around you, like, hey, listen, you know, let me show you my softness. Let me show you what Valentine's Day is supposed to look like, or let me show you what every day, right? I keep bringing up Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day should be every day. Love should be every day. Like, how you show up for somebody is important. You know, my homeboy was telling me the other day, he was like, I don't know what to do for my girl, da, da, da. I'm like, bro, go wash her car, bro. Like, detail the inside, like, just her seeing you in her whip cleaning it would be like a, oh my God, refreshing thing. You know what I'm saying? I would hope.
I would hope too. I think that's
God damn,
like, that's what
bro.
I'm saying. I would hope. That's why maybe like women, maybe we could help women. Maybe like we need to help women kind of, I don't know, because we can't tell women what to care about.
Yeah,
but also,
I agree.
Can we acknowledge that they might be caring about the wrong things? Like, how do we have that balance of like, look, we know that y'all are women and women are supposed to have dominion over each other, like y'all can lead each other, like the mothers teach the daughters how to be wives and mothers. Like, men shouldn't have to have a say-so in that, but it does seem like we live in a culture where men feel like we got to teach women how to be women, and women feel like they got to teach men how to be men, right?
Yeah.
And like, it's interesting because I feel like as we problem solve it, it is a weird thing, because like, what do? Do we become more feminine to show women how to be feminine? Well, that's out of alignment for us. And like, what are women doing? Like, women are doing that. They're becoming more masculine, trying to teach men how to be masculine. Like, it is like, what's the solution to that, you feel? Like, how do we solve that?
No, that's a great point. Yeah, if I had the answer, man, I feel like I would have saved a lot of relationships. Truly, that was a battle that I faced, you know, with a couple of relationships in my past. And it wasn't always like that, right? Like, it doesn't always happen that way from the beginning. And I think, you know, people will argue, well, oh, you're supposed to keep a woman in her feminine or, you know, soft. And I think to some points, yeah, like there are things you could do to allow her to be relieved of some certain duties or pressure as a man. But I do think that the solution comes from us having the conversation, first of all, non-judgmentally, to where, like, you know, there are spectrums of people, like men and women. So like, there are some dudes that may operate more in this regard, and then there may be some dudes that are like, nah, this is me. Like, I know a lot of dudes that are gonna hear this conversation and be like, y'all tripping. and that's them. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's to say that they have to be the spokesperson for how men should move and be viewed? So I do think that shifting narratives is important. I do think that entertaining the idea of a different perspective is important for us to be able to evolve. Because some of us may try it and be like, nah, that ain't for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, because my thought in the direction of trying to problem solve right now is very different than I naturally think. Like, my natural thought is just like,
that was fire.
all the birds. It is a beautiful day. Shout out to the beautiful day that's at hand. But
Your natural thought.
yeah, my natural thought is to just say be harder, like harsher. Like my instinct as a man is to be a man and to say, all right, women are tripping, let's shove it down their throat. Let's keep yelling, let's keep ignoring them, let's keep being problematic, let's double down on the shit they complain about. Because if we listen, we just amplify the problem because they don't have the solutions either. It seems like we just both need to lean in our natural charge, and since women aren't having the conversations of leaning into their femininity, like, my instinct is to say men just need to be strong. We need to get worse as in better, or maybe better as in worse, but we need to just lean in it and say, all right, so women are tripping because instead of allowing her to vent about problems, I problem solve. Well, let me problem solve 20 times more. Women are mad because I view love as time spent together and effort and energy. She sees it as a financial exchange. Let me pay for less shit. Like, I think we need to like dive in, because as long as there's men out here validating and giving the woman what they feel, like they always gonna have that unrealistic or that standard that, by the way, the man that they not with no more, but they gonna have that standard and place it up on you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, you know, it's funny because I think like certain people know who to play with, like when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I do think I felt that way until I started seeing a lot of dudes letting me down, in a sense where they kind of validate the reason why women be like, men ain't shit. It's like not putting in any effort, like not showing this girl that she's the one or the woman for you. And if she's not, then letting her go or letting her move on. And so I think that we as men do need to hold each other accountable too, to showing up as the highest version of ourselves, which is what we do, you know, constantly. So I'm saying that leading by example, but I think the more of that we can all cultivate this like safe space for men to say, hey, you tripping, or to be checked, or to hold each other accountable, we'll lead by example for now women to say that to each other, like, no, hold on, he's a good man, I know he's a good dude, so maybe it is you. And I think it does take the woman to look at the woman and the man to look at the man, because the man looking at the woman has been causing a lot of, or vice versa, woman looking at the man has been causing a lot of like back and forth or like clash. So I do think that,
but also how do you, as a man who's tripping and like just playing a woman, for example, like, yeah, it's our responsibility as men to notice that and check that, but only if it's a serious situation, because we know of so many situations where the man and the woman are both playing the game. They just want to play a game, right? And like,
who's gonna win?
Yeah, who's gonna win? And I think like women are judging men who actually have intention with the men who was playing with
the
them.
game.
And like if we see that, we're not going to tell them any trip. We're going to say, good job, you finessed that, because we know the game being played. We know she not finna use you know. But then when we look at the man who's actually caring and they tripping, that's when we'll say, oh man, you trip, like, you can't do that, bro. You know, I had a conversation with you the other day, you can't, you know that's not right. But it's an interesting thing. So women have to also acknowledge that those are two different type of versions of men. Like, what man are you dealing with when you deal with them? Are you dealing with the one that's ready to play games and try to see who wins? By the way, women never win that game. As much as y'all think y'all winning, or whatever y'all get the dollar, it's a lose-lose for women. Don't even try to play. But y'all do need to kind of have that internal conversation of, am I dealing with a man who's is playing the game, or am I dealing with a man who wants to be a husband, wants to be a father? Because those are two different men, or two different situations of a man. One man can possess both, I feel like, but it's just like you say, time and circumstance. But
yeah,
But that's why the conversation's so deep and nuanced that like it's no one solution. It's like we all, man and woman, just got to come together, have those honor. Maybe that we got to have a woman on next and have like a dynamic, because like I think man and woman have to come together and like without all that fresh and fit and animosity, anger, hot testosterone shit, like just genuine men trying to have an understanding with women and genuine women trying to have an understanding with men, not trying to fight one up each other, but just trying to problem solve. Exploring that thought, like I said last episode.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Poetry.
So one of the things we left off on the last episode was purpose.
Yeah.
Right. I guess we kind of already on theme with the purpose of relationships, but like for you, what is the purpose of your life at the moment? Like, what's your found purpose?
We going there.
Yeah. You could also define purpose too, so we know what you even referencing.
Okay, let's define purpose then. Yeah. Let's start there. Because I could go on a tangent with this, so let's be methodical about it. Purpose to me is why you were put on this earth by God. Simply put.
So is there can it be as simple as why humans are on this earth and in a subsector, why man and woman is on this earth as a subsector, why strong man is on this earth, why creative man is on this earth?
I think that your life should have multiple purposes. And I think that it's like an umbrella. Like for me, what I just named is the overall arching purpose in life. Now that translates to anything that you do. Like that should be, okay, my purpose is to help the youth through the word of God, through the relationship that I have following, what I believe in. In my understanding of it all, I think that purpose is aligned with you trying to be the best version of yourself, and that revolves around, I battle with this idea of like purpose, passion, and skill. Like these are three like very like nuanced things that all correlate with each other,
but are very different.
And I think that they all relate, but to me, purpose is first, because with purpose, you understand your purpose, you understand how to move as a genuine human being, you'll find a passion in something. Okay, I'm passionate about giving back, or I'm passionate about telling people my story, or I'm passionate about making music or whatever to make people feel the feeling I feel. And then the skill set comes from the passion. So it's like how much I'm investing time into this thing I love is what creates the skill. And people rush the process of it all. People don't know the purpose, and they're trying to fulfill a passion that they don't even know why the purpose of the passion. They don't even know why they're passionate about the thing. Because sometimes passion could lead you down the wrong route. Like you could be passionate about the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
So I battle with those three things, but I'm learning how to like really sharpen my purpose. And my dog JT told me the other day, he was like, I'm writing down my reasons why on my business. And I'm like, you've been like 6-7 months in, like you're just now writing down your why? He's like, nah, I write down my why every day because it reminds me why I do this. That's the purpose. That's fueling the passion. That's gonna create the skill set. You know what I'm saying? So that's
great.
how I
That's a great nigga. Like just hearing you say that, I know a lot of people gonna resonate with that. I resonate with it, especially coming from like my whole belief system on purpose is like, purpose is the denial of your why. Because your why actually can step on God's toes, because now you put in a definition on like what you think should be the thing, or what you want, or what you desire, or what you want the outcome to be. Where like but nigga, what you said was a gem. I feel like two of these things can live next to each other.
Wait, so help me understand. So you're saying like sometimes we may define our purpose for God.
Yeah, instead of allowing God to reveal it to us. And I think the best ways to step forward in that, I think the best way to step forward in that is denying your flesh and like maybe not making a choice, right? Like when you sitting in your room not doing nothing for a month, what's the thing you do without thinking? What's this like?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We hardly do we ever, because we feel like we're doing something wrong when we sit with nothingness.
Absolutely.
We feel like, damn, I'm being lazy. Damn, But like when a kid puts their hand on a hot surface, they naturally pull off. They ain't think of that. God already put the instinct of survival in you. So that's something you don't got to think about. You just pull away. When you get hungry, you don't got to think about eating. Your body tells you hungry. You'd be like, damn. Next thing you know, you in the kitchen opening refrigerators 20 times knowing there's no food in there. It's just an instinct. So what is your instinct and purpose? Like, what does it look like when you don't try?
Damn.
And I think that's a great way to start, and it reveals something to you. And like, just as you deny your flesh with everything, it seems like there's always an instinct that overcomes. Like God has already written it on your heart, and then you just act in a way. And then you just, when you notice it, you could be like, oh shit, I didn't know that's what I do when I'm bored and I have nothing to do. Let me lean into that. Like, why did I do that? You know?
Yeah.
Because like I said, sometimes we can be so convinced of something that we'll start defining stuff for ourselves. Like, all right, I'm an artist. I like to paint. Like, damn, I want to paint. I want to do a gallery. Like, my goal is to like have the biggest galleries on, like, that's my purpose. Like, I really feel like I could make the biggest galleries. Next thing you know, I'm moving in the opposite side, completely opposite direction than God intended for me to move, because I'm putting my thoughts and my energy and my ego on what I want and what I desire. So it's an interesting balance I think needs to occur, because what you said is the absolute next step to do once the flesh is denied.
Right.
Because now it's like, okay, now I could live in purpose and find a passion and create the skill.
See clearly.
But before you even do that, you have to make sure your ego, your flesh, your sense of self ain't in the way of what God's trying to communicate to you, what's already written on your heart. You can't write over scripture, right?
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a great way to say that. Wow. Because like sitting in nothingness, I know for me personally, like I'm very good at like sitting in silence, but I do think that sitting in silence with myself has been the biggest challenge, because I'm constantly trying to refine myself, even in the process of me not wanting to be like, for lack of better words, like molded right now. Like sometimes you ever sat in a space and just wanted to like exist for what you are right now. Like I'm not trying to judge myself for like any more or less, and I don't do that enough. And like, you know, I'm 5 days sober today, so when I watch this, who knows, maybe it'll be like a week, 2 weeks. But me doing that, I'm realizing that I was feeling the time. Yeah.
Shout out to that.
Shit,
Like,
yeah,
just don't let that
big
pass.
for me. That's big for me. Yeah. I feel like I was letting the space. I was filling the space with things to do. Smoking, you know, or like work, or like relationships. And then whenever I do sit down with myself, it's almost like fog. It's like no clarity. It's like I don't know the direction I'm really trying to head in. I'm just knowing that this road that I've created for myself, this is the path that I'm on, and I've been heading in that direction. And there's times where I look at it and I'm like, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? Probably not. So I do have to reflect and think, like, you know, J. Cole said it in his album, The Fall Off, like recently, he's like, fuck J. Cole, I don't even want this road, want to rebuild myself. And I think of it as like, not that I don't want to be like the leader of the youth or the things that I've created for myself, but I just don't think that this road will always be the thing that I'm doing. Like, this is something that I created, like you said, like, it's something that I created through my path, and like maybe it is God ordained for me to have moved in that purpose and that mission. And I think it's identifying to sit still in the silence to hear when it's time to move on from that thing, or when it's time to lean in to that thing. So I feel like I resonate so much with the Fall Off album, because that to me encompassed what it was about for him. It was like the noise versus like the internal, like sit with self and know that this is what's gonna fulfill me more than what everybody else is telling me to do. And so I've always battled having like the validation from people. Oh, you raw at this. Oh, you fire. Oh, you hit a game-winning half-court shot in high school. Oh my God, you so good. I've always had the validation that I'm numb to it now. It's like people tell me, I'm like, yeah, do you really mean that? Or like, I gotta now like go through this filtering of like whether the validation is important for me or if it's benefiting me. So I'm learning to be like sitting still and trying to remove myself from, like you said, the sense of self and the flesh and the ego, because those things are important, but to not lean too much onto it, basically, is where I'm at. So, yeah.
Yeah, nah, purpose is one of the ones. A lot of us are navigating through life trying to find it. So that is a conversation that I feel like is very necessary. I know, like, I have no clue. I'm gonna be real. Like, I know exactly how you started the conversation of just, I believe that every man's purpose is to live for God. And that's how I started. Like, that's what I start with. I'm kind, I love everybody, I respect everybody. I don't have no strong opinions on people. I have very strong opinions, but I don't believe them. Like, I don't use them as judgment. And that's how I start. And then from there, you know, I'm just trying to allow God to reveal his path for me and just kind of doing what I do instinctually on a day-to-day. But, yeah, man, that's a purpose.
That's tough.
Also, like, as I want to get off of this, but I do got one more question about that. Like, have you ever felt like maybe, all right, this ain't even a purpose one, this more of a passion and skill one right here. But have you ever felt like your skill isn't something you're passionate about? And any skill. Like, have you ever felt like that? Basketball, writing, music, teaching, hosting.
Is my skills something that I'm passionate about?
No, have you ever had a skill that you're not passionate about? Like, you know you good at it, but you don't care to do?
Damn. To kind of alter it is like, I think the things that I am good at, I am passionate about. But that's where the self-sabotage for me comes in, because it's like, I be knowing I'm so good at it that I'll be like, this isn't good enough, knowing how good I know I'm supposed to be at this thing. So yeah, like, I think all the skills that I'm natural born, like, I feel like I'm a natural born leader. I feel like I'm a good communicator. Those are things I use on a day-to-day, through poetry, through work, through my relationships, etc., through my family. Like, I'm the youngest, so my observant nature was built off of my family dynamic. So I think all the skills and the passion that I adopted, I still use. Like, I'm still passionate about basketball. I still meet people. I realized that basketball wasn't my purpose. It was something I was so passionate about. I became really good at it as far as a skill, and it allowed me to open doors that I never would have thought. Like, I met you through basketball. I met half of my homies I met through playing ball. And now, how many of us poop? Like I mean, professionally, like, as a full purpose. None of us, or most of us, don't, you know? So for me, it was like a doorway that unlocked, and I'm trying to learn how to not miss those opportunities, you know, through my tunnel vision of like, okay, poetry. This is my skill set. This is my passion, poetry. And then I'm missing music, or I'm missing acting, or I'm missing, you feel what I'm saying? So
I like that, because I was getting at, like, I have a lot of skills that I'm not passionate about. Like, I know I'm good at it, but I don't care to really do it. But what you said is a gem. Like, maybe the skill doesn't have to be, maybe God gave you the skill not to be passionate about, but just to have doors open for you. You know, like your skill for basketball, it didn't turn in, well, it is a passion, but it didn't turn into a purpose. It turned into a gateway to meet people, to connect to this. Like, maybe skills are just God's way of opening doors for you. And you don't always have to lean. Just because you're good at something, that don't automatically mean like, oh, that's what you stamped to do for life. You know, and that's something I struggle with too, because it's a lot of things I want to retire. I want to hang up.
I feel you on that. And on the flip, right, there are some things people don't know they're good at because they've never tapped into, they're not passionate about it. So they don't know they're good at it.
Don't even know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like on that flip. So
yeah.
like I know, here's a good one. I'll be a good ass chef. I know I'll be a good ass chef. I was saying it the other day. I'm like, if I didn't do poetry, I'd probably be a chef. My first thing I wanted to be was a pilot. I wanted to fly. Like that was my thing. And I don't want to let up on those things. Like maybe I can still I could still get a license and fly my own plane being a poet. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do challenge myself on whether or not I've created a role for myself that I'm not as passionate about as I think. So it's a question that I'm juggling. Not to say that it's true or not. It's just I'm entertaining the idea. Because you don't know until you ask yourself the question. You know, you get what I'm saying? So
You have to allow yourself to challenge yourself.
Exactly.
Passion, purpose, skill. That's a purpose, passion, skill. That's a goddamn chapter of a bestseller right there. I
That's
like
fire.
that. That's a good chapter. I'm gonna write that down after this because I want to explore that more.
that was fire.
But
I love that. So you've been watching what's been going on in social media and stuff like that. The boy Druski.
you see, okay, Kai. It's a lot of shifts happening right now.
Yeah, let's explore. Let's
Yeah,
explore.
let's explore.
But like, you know, respectfully, because I ain't here to rumor on nobody's
Yeah.
shit.
Let's have a like we're like okay, because we was just talking about purpose. Kai is obviously trying to find his purpose. He's obviously
Full throttle.
Yeah, he's obviously actively, adamantly by the way, vulnerably too, showing his process. Because like this could all be a flop. This could go south, or
Yeah.
this could go really good. He's showing the process. He's like, and it like, how do you feel about his journey with
Ooh,
purpose?
okay, this is a perfect segue. I love this because Cenat is a great example.
Mm-hmm.
I personally feel that his segue into fashion is a passion. Fashion for him is not the purpose. His purpose is showing people that you can pivot. You know what I'm saying? I think that was the most pivotal thing, is that he might still stream and all that, but I think that showing that you could be the biggest in this and say, actually, I want to go do this. And people be like, what? I mean, people have done it before, mind you. There's been NFL players turn into rappers. There's been, you know, all types of, you know, interchangeable things. But I think for Kai, that was a big one, because we talked about like the maturity and finding his lane and what was going to happen. And I think that me seeing that installed like this feeling of hunger in me, like, dang, bro, like this man completely went this way and stayed the course. Like, even if that does flop, like I admire him for trying, and that's to me what the purpose of it all is. Because from that you're gonna learn valuable gems, you're gonna meet people, you're gonna gain knowledge from that. And I think that failure is important too. Like we always measure the man that's made it to the top of the mountain based off of how fast they've gotten there, or their success, or, you know, whether they could keep going or whatever. But I think, like, you know, as we said, it's important to acknowledge the fact that, one, he's even made it there once, and two, you can still do something else and be even more successful or even greater. You know, we've seen it. Rihanna went from music to being in the beauty industry and becoming a billionaire, not off just the music, off of pivoting. You know, some of the greatest I see do that. So Kai is a dope one, you know, without being too long-winded, of a way showing that your purpose can align with like, it doesn't always have to be the skill that you're showing people, but more so the intentionality, or the feeling, the energy you giving off. You know what I'm saying? So,
You know, like Kai's he started off being transparent, and the pivot that you say, which is fucking great. Yeah, I love that he's showing the world that you could pivot, but also the transparency in the pivot. It seems like the underlying theme of purpose is transparency.
Yes.
It seems like he's just really good at being transparent, showing his flaws, showing his problems, showing his situation, showing his journey.
Which that's a skill set.
That's a skill.
Yeah.
And he's passionate about it, because he could be silent in this time trying to figure that shit out. Something made him be like, you know what? I'm gonna tell the world what I'm thinking. I'm gonna tell the world I'm gonna be transparent about this. And like, so yeah, as a fan of, as an advocate for men and who's in position, right? Because we as men, when we're in that position, we do have to, even if we disagree with a nigga, we still gotta advocate for them because you have a platform. We growing our platform, like we're gonna be able to do something with that platform. And it's good for us men to come together and kind of agreements, disagreements, love, hate, to be advocates at least for men with platforms so we can encourage each other to do right with them.
Yeah.
So as an advocate for Cenat and his platform, like I am super proud of him for making that pivot and not wanting to be confined in a box. Now, with that being said, I am curious of where this is going to go because a lot of things are looking real dark to me. And that could just be an illusion. I'm going to acknowledge that. But also it could be a big truth that, like, I don't know if he noticed or maybe he's doing it intentionally or maybe I'm reading into nothing. But I do sense a darkness. What about you?
Nah, I mean, I feel you. That's intuition on your end. Me, I'm you know, it's like, you played Kingdom Hearts before, the game?
Only the one with the Disney characters.
Yeah, that's
that's
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
So Sora is the main character, right? And in that game, there's two main characters, Riku and there's Sora. Sora is like the light and Riku got consumed by the darkness. But at the end of it all, you realize that both of them are like, they helped make each other who they were. So Sora's light, and although he was this type of person, his relationship with Riku is what made Riku turn dark. It was like Sora being the light, being this cool person, made the girl Kairi fall in love with Sora, who Riku loved, and now he became this dark person because the resent to this person, right? So I ultimately think that, like, in this life, like, there's Rikus and there's Soras, if you will, but like, there's people who will choose the decision to go down this light path because they continue to make the decision, you know, and then there's some people that will see the darkness and lean towards it and have to go through that to figure out the light within themselves. So I say all that to say, I do think that there may be darkness consuming maybe like around the atmosphere, or even like social media is presenting like this facade or things we don't know being brought to the surface that we probably shouldn't know or whatever. But I do think that Kai to me is like a light in the dark. Like, I see when he goes to like the Grammys or he goes to these things, and the way people light up and want to like be just around him, yeah, it's for the clout and they see the camera on, cool, but it's also because they just want to acknowledge this light. It's like you see somebody doing something so great that you never seen before that you have to say something. And I noticed that when what confirmed that for me was when I watched Could Have Been Love premiere, and I seen Rakai, because Kai's been on his hiatus. Druski had Rakai interview like celebrities and stuff. And Kai's been in that same situation in the Grammys, and then Rakai was doing it for Druski, and I noticed the difference. Obviously Rakai is way younger and he's maturing and learning, but Kai is somebody he looks up to, so I see similarities in the two. And when I'm watching it, it's like people will come to them because they know that they have something, and they don't really, like, people's intentions could be misconstrued through that. Like, there's people that came up to them like, oh my God, you're the biggest star in the world, and I'm already like, yeah, he wants something out of you, like, you know what I'm saying? So me on the outside looking in, I can have all of these perspectives and thoughts and opinions about it, but ultimately I think that yeah, like, the more of a light that you are is the more that darkness tries to consume your surroundings. But you gotta still shine bright, because you gotta be the light in that darkness. So
nah, I really do hope you're right that he is a light in that darkness, because just that world of fashion, to me, I feel it's so dark. And if he's the vessel that goes in and exposes it and lightens it up, and nigga, I advocate for that wholeheartedly. But
yeah,
there is an element of like of nervousness I have with them in that space, like, because a light can be in darkness, but a light that don't know it's light can really dim itself down. And like, I'm nervous for that. I'm nervous that, because I agree with that, it is a light to Kai. He always is vibrant, and he'll acknowledge God and Jesus even if he don't do it perfect. He tries. And but this space is just scary.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things to like filter through, and like nobody's perfect, so I get it.
Yeah, I don't want to. Maybe that's for another episode.
That's
diving
cool.
into the darkness of the industry.
Yeah, because
But,
that's
like, there's a darkness.
I mean, there is, because I mean, all right. So like, let's quick take Druski's thing. Like,
Okay.
could have been house, could have been love.
Yeah.
There's darkness in that for sure.
Yeah.
Like, but Druski to me is like even though he be trolling and having his moments, to me, I think Druski has a light about him too. Like, there's certain people that you can't unmistakably deny the fact that they are trying to do good, even if they're not always, their decisions don't always lead to like positive intentions. But it's like, okay, I could see the human in you, you know? And maybe that is me being a light, being able to sift through the darkness and see because that's a skill for me. It's like, I do see the light in people no matter who they are, because I do believe that people have that. Now, we can go down the line of some people that are nothing but dark, and I can't save them, but I will say that I don't know, that's just been always a gift that I've had. I feel like is like spotting that, like, I guess, what's the word like I'm looking for? Spotting someone's true, I guess, like intentions or nature, you know. Like, I'm not saying that I'm the most like all-knowing as first impressions, but I feel like I'm a very good judge of character off of somebody's first, you know, or even if I don't know them. So I don't know. I think that's the light in me looking for the light in other people, really. If I could boil it down to something.
Sense genuality.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, and maybe genuality ain't always a good thing, because that blissfulness that one can have can make them susceptible to the surrounding darkness, right? Because maybe you could be so good that you're blinded, right, and you don't even know. Like what if like I'll give you an example. Like they say, the innocence. Like they say, the best way to beat the devil at chess is to understand how the devil plays chess. What if you're playing that game of chess now? What if you're playing that game of chess, and because you don't even know how the devil's played, you lost every piece. Like, you don't even know how to even begin to win the game. It's like you don't even know that the devil is present. You don't even know you playing the game of chess. And I know some will argue and say, don't play the game. I agree with that, don't play the game, but like, what if you don't know the game to not play? What if you are cohorts? Like, what if the innocence is so deep that like you genuinely think like, oh, I'm just trying to be genuine, I'm trying to be happy, I want to be this light, and you allow yourself to be consumed by so much darkness just in that blissful state. I feel like that happens to a lot of us.
Yeah.
Of just like, you know, and what's interesting is because when people care about you, we try to give advice to those type people, and since they know in their heart they're genuine, they'll like fight for their genuality. Like, man, I've done nothing but good things. I'm a good person. You know, I try my best to be the best. And it's like, yeah, nobody's questioning your character. I'm just questioning maybe some of the decisions or maybe the direction, you know, which is that's one of them ones too that's touchy, but
damn.
Yeah. But so in the Cenat thing, as just an observer, I'm super excited to see how he navigate. Even Druski, you mentioned a good one, because like there is an element of kind of fucked upness he do with these people.
Well, could have been house.
Yeah, like even could have been house, could have been love. Like,
oh yeah.
Like it's like almost like he purposely gets people that's easy to pick on, right? And that's kind of weird. But then the other side of that is he's putting people in position that might have never had an opportunity. Some just turned off. That probably died.
Full. Yeah.
Another side of that coin is he's probably also given opportunity for those who never maybe had a chance. And just even watching that and being an observer of that, I'm so interested to see how this plays out and what his true intentions or what the outcome of all of this really is. Like, what is the purpose for all of these things? Like, you know, hopefully they have a good head on their shoulder and they have God in their life and they're moving in a righteous way. But you know, I am excited to just see, you know, observe it.
Or they just trying to make some money.
Or they trying to finesse, get it how they can. Maybe the game is to look like a good person sometimes. I know women do that a lot. just present themselves as the best character they can to get you. Then when they men too, not women, people do that, you know, present themselves the best they can, so when they get you, they could just be like, all right, I did it.
And they don't gotta revert back to that until they need to.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah. Damn.
But now that obviously we rooting for both Druski and Cenat.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm a big fan of Druski though. A big fan. I love him. Did you watch are you watching the episodes?
Could have been love.
Yeah.
I ain't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I just was watching the premiere of them, like live streaming the premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Like him being with Sky Bree and all that. Like, I don't know. That shit was funny to me. Like, I don't know what's going on with bro. Like, I don't know. But I fuck with it. Like, still, to me, it's like, regardless of what it is, like, that is a little pocket of entertainment that I'm like, I'm gonna still tap in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still see what's going on. Yeah. But you're right. Like, I think the more we evolve and develop, and those things will unveil itself without us having to even
that's true.
peer too far into it. Like,
that what's done in the dark comes to light.
Always.
We see that with these Epstein files.
So
we ain't going there, but we see that. We ain't going there, but
next episode, chat, we diving deep.
Okay, so last episode we did the closeout with the book reading. Let's go ahead and maybe make that our thing. We close out with books. So
yeah,
I think I picked last time. You picked.
I picked last time. You picked.
I just grabbed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
you did pick. I grabbed it.
Yeah,
okay.
Your turn to read, man. You ain't gonna have me reading on the camera every time.
No, but you gotta pick. Cause I grabbed a book, but you did pick. So I'll pick my own book and read. Okay. So this is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Random book like you did. Let's see how.
Any page.
All right. Let's start from the beginning of the paragraph. As you succeed in gaining mastery over your impulses and thoughts, you will begin to feel growing up within. As you succeed in gaining mastery over your impulses and thoughts, you will begin to feel growing up within you a new and silent power. A settled feeling of composure and strength will remain within you. Your talent powers will begin to unfold themselves, and whereas formerly your efforts were weak and ineffectual, you will now be able to work with the calm confidence with the command success, and along with the new power and strength, there will be awakening within you that interior illumination known as intuition, and you will walk no longer. Bro, this be crazy, bro. This don't be crazy.
I'm just looking at the camera the whole time.
This be so crazy. All right, let me go back a sentence. This is crazy to me.
That's crazy.
It's God alignment, man. And along with this new power and strength, there will be awakening within you, that interior illumination known as intuition, and you will walk no longer in darkness and speculation, but in light and certainty. With the development of this soul vision, judgment, and mental preparation will be incalculably increased, and there will evolve within you the prophetic vision by the aid of which you will be able to sense coming events and forecast with remarkable accuracy the result of your efforts. And in just the measure that you alter from within, will your outlook upon life alter. Damn. As you alter your mental attitude towards others, they will alter in their attitude and conduct towards you.
Damn.
As you rise above the lower, debilitating and destructive thoughts forces, you will come in contact with the positive, strengthening, and upbuilding currents generated by strong, pure, noble minds. Your happiness will be immensely intensified, and you will begin to realize the joy, strength, and power which are born only of self-mastery. It had a lot of
Damn, one more. What's the name of the book and the author?
As a Man Thinketh, James Allen.
As a Man Thinketh by James Allen.
Great way to close it out. You want to add anything to that?
Nah, I love that, man. Every time,
right? Close out. Hey,
yeah, man, this has
no
been cool.
Substance. Hey, whether you,
you could be so right you're wrong, or you could be so wrong you're right.
You could believe in everything and believe in nothing, or believe in nothing, or believe in everything.
No substance.
No
y'all.
substance.
We love y'all. Peace. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.